to do, we go to jail for. Ooh, welcome to our show as I go to jail. Wait 3 seconds for New York City, baby. Now I got it in under 5 seconds. I get an extra $1 for that, by the way, from New York City. Now,
No,
please
you
go
don't.
ahead with the intro.
No, you don't, because I think the last time we spoke, we had somebody on from New York State, Stephen. So you're already
Yes.
down 50 cents on the dollar. So
Yeah, no. So I just made it up for that, getting it under 5 seconds. It's very exciting. This is an exciting show today.
Is it?
We have Oscar's granddaughter, not Oscar the
is
Grouch from
Miss
Sesame
Wilde back
Street.
again? Is Miss
Miss
Wilde back with
Miss
us again?
Wilde is back. Yeah, and she had bunny ears
great.
on earlier. I don't know if she's going to wear it, and a construction hat, and that's a whole nother show. And then we have a very famous artist coming on today.
Oh, okay.
Do you know about him?
I understand there's a gentleman called Pato Gomez.
Really?
Yeah, and as far as I understand, he's absolutely brilliant.
But I have met him in person.
But I'm sure Miss. Look at that. It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper.
No, that's his name. And then look here. Here's a QR code for everybody that wants a QR code to go look at his portfolio as well.
Okay. That's really high tech.
This is really high tech. Sure. Look at that. All right. I've done my advertisement. I think we should bring them in because the show's steadily going downhill from here.
Yeah, but as I say, is Miss Wilde is joining us as well, so it's going to be a rather busy dinner.
Oscar's daughter's right here with a bunny hat, and look at that. You don't see a lot of bunnies with that kind of a hat.
Yeah.
Are you, Miss Wilde? Are you a bunny in construction today? Or are you?
We're working on the name. We're working on the name, but yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
and our net.
It's not quite up, so we got to do some work.
The story of her life. Anyway, or the story of most men's life. It could go either way.
Yeah. Well, it's great to have you back, Miss Wilde. And, I understand that you're going to be with us quite a few times. As Stephen says, this I think is season 1, so it appears that we're going to be doing this again next year.
There's another season next year. There'll be a season 2. We've been picked up.
2. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I told you you had to wear trousers, Stephen. If you didn't, you would get picked up. But that's another story.
All right.
Anyway, enough of this because we have a gentleman waiting in the wings, and that's our artist.
He's not even in the wings anymore. He's right there.
Hey,
how are you? You'll have to forgive our crazy nonsense. This is we keep ourselves awake. No, I'm just kidding. So we met this nice gentleman.
The tablets keep you awake.
The tablets keep us awake. That does something else to us as well. But we met this nice gentleman at the live art auction, and Miss Wilde walked around with her camera and did her own little booth, and he was next to us, and we did a little short with him, showing some of his artwork and some of his fashion, and then he got a nice response, and we're like, you should come on the show and tout and sell your wares and just promote yourself.
And shamelessly promote yourself.
Miss Wilde is an art connoisseur, and so let's go with that.
Is that different to being a wine connoisseur then?
I know.
You don't have to drink as much or smell things.
I think I'm going to change my CV now. Art connoisseur. Yeah, I just taste the art now. I don't look at it anymore. It's like part of the process. I just go up and kind of put my tongue on it. It's really weird.
Yeah. Well. No, Pato, perhaps you'd like to tell us how excited you'd be if Miss Wilde came and put her tongue on your art.
I'd probably be like,
okay.
Who are you? What are you doing? What are you? I have thought about tasting an art piece before. I have thought about it because
Okay, idea. Let's make a WEY cake. I'm gonna do with the icing.
Yeah, we can do WEY anything. Like I'm wearing WEY right now. Actually.
Yeah.
So what is WEY, guys? I don't understand that.
WEY is my brand. It stands for What Excites You.
Oh, you haven't got enough time in your life to listen to what excites me.
Well, that's why I made the brand, to represent that idea that we should all follow what excites us and do what excites us and wear what excites us. So that's why I named it like that. Also, WEY, the acronym itself is an inside joke because I'm Mexican, so in Mexico we say WEY a lot. So
why is that then?
It's just like
I'm not Mexican.
It's like in England. Like in England, I know they say bruv. or they
Bruv.
say
Like bruv or mate or
well, I don't know. I mean, my experience of England is from because I like Arsenal football. I like English Premier League and certain like English entertainers. Steve, we can't hear you again.
yeah, you're muted.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all our dreams come true. Stephen is muted, so
he-
we'll just leave him. We'll just leave him muted for the rest of the show. And that'll half
No.
half of his fans will leave now because they only come on to listen to Steve. But he's waving at us now and doing all sorts of things. If you're watching this actually on the YouTube, it's more exciting than listening to Stephen talking. But if you wanted to say something on the podcast, ain't gonna happen because we haven't got him. Are you having technical difficulties, Stephen?
Yes.
Yes.
Sign language.
So
you really need to
yeah.
learn sign language. You're not going to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe you should just leave and come back. But if he leaves and come back, we'll all disappear. I think. He's what?
Earbuds out. Remember? All right.
Yeah. Okay. I think he's gone, and he's never going to come back. Anyway, that was Stephen, and we were. Yeah, you mentioned one of those awful words, Arsenal. But outside of that, we were discussing eating cake or eating art. So
yes. Oh, I love that. Okay, that's a whole thing. Well, we kind of were doing that last weekend or Thursday, I guess can start the weekend. Last Thursday, we were combining food and art, and then like you combine art and fashion, and I just really love putting all these things together because I don't think they're like mutually exclusive. They should all go together. So, yeah, let's do you in like a WEY chef hat and making a WEY cake, and then we can like eat the cake while you paint. I don't know, it'll just be like a whole freaking extravaganza.
I like the idea, but I do have a idea similar to, I don't know if you ever seen Andy Warhol eating a hamburger.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm into it. All right, let's do it.
Because I mean, when he did that, he caused a lot of controversy just because people were confused by it. But I do want to make a WEY version of that where I'm dressed in, I want everything to be WEY, like the food, the wrapping to be like in this pattern. This is one of my, David. So this is one of my paintings right here that I usually use this pattern to make the clothing or like on the clothing. And so I thought an idea of doing something similar to Andy Warhol, but instead of eating a hamburger, I probably want to be eating tacos or something.
Tacos are better.
So I do think there's a place for eating in art.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So would you be if you're going to do tacos, then there'd be blue tacos? I take it.
There's actually blue corn tortillas that exist, so maybe I could do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But you're halfway there. But yeah, this is big.
Inspiration is corn tortillas because they got like this whole vibe going on with your art.
Yeah.
Like, I was just staring at a tortilla and I just like got so inspired.
Yeah, is there a small figure? Am I seeing that right, Pato? Is a small figure at the bottom of the painting behind you? It reminds me a little bit of Kilroy. Does that say anything to you? Kilroy?
Kilroy?
Yeah.
No, actually, I don't think I know him.
Okay. This is something that came around during the Second World War. There was this figure that kept appearing everywhere on all sorts of. I don't know if it was a U.S. It started with U.S. soldiers or Allied soldiers in general, but they had this little character that they would just sort of, chalk onto things and paint onto things, and then right underneath it, Kilroy was here.
Oh, I literally just Googled it, and it's this guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can, Stephen. We were doing quite well without you.
That's fine.
I know he's enjoying it.
Now I know why tigers eat their young. Anyway, so yes. So go ahead. No, don't let me interrupt the show. I'll just nod off here.
Actually, I've never heard of this guy before. Nobody's ever like brought it to my attention before. But now I do agree. It does look like that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, art reflecting life, life reflecting art, art reflecting history.
yeah, when I did this guy, I mean, I wasn't trying to make someone in particular. I was just trying to kind of reflect like the viewer seeing the painting and the painting viewing you, and kind of making him smile, like trying to paint the emotion that I want the viewer to feel. So when I want when the viewer sees this painting, I want them to feel like how this guy looks, with a big smile.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and do people react to that then? Is that what do people say? What's his? Does the figure have a name or?
Yeah, no name. No, yeah, people like them. They're just amused or entertained by it, just because I mean, it looks like it's coming out of the painting, which was the main idea. I wanted to combine. I like painting surrealism and abstract and abstraction. So I wanted to combine both of them.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there something that you do a lot, that you paint over the frames as well? Because that's also, if there are a body of artists who like to, to see the frame also as an extension of the canvas.
no, not yet. Wait, can you repeat your question? I'm sorry.
I just wondered if you just in general painted over the framework, the frame around the canvas, because there are artists who see the frame as also as being part of the art.
Yeah. No, I have not done that yet. I haven't. I mean, I think I will at some point, but I mean, right now I just don't have any plans for that. But what I am doing, I am right now. I'm going to fashion school, so I can combine both. Right now, I'm focused more on the fashion side than the art side. Well, I would say equally, but I would like to eventually focus more on the fashion side.
Well, your art is part of your fashion, right? I mean, you paint. Yeah. Do you always do that, or like with your fashion? Like, do you always?
Well, since I'm going to school right now, so I can get more fashion design skills. So it's for my fashion design certificate. So they do. I would like in the future to start being a little bit more of the opposite direction of letting the fashion influence the art instead of the art influencing the fashion. Like for example, like next semester, I'm going to start taking fashion drawing. So I want to, and I'm gonna start taking also ready to wear construction. So they're actually gonna start teaching me how to, fabricate all different types of garments. So what I want to use that as an opportunity to start coming up with new ideas for new and better paintings, where I use what I learned in school to make, bigger and better designs for my paintings.
Cool.
So wait, if I may, the painting that's behind you, can we see that? Because is that one of the paintings that's going to be at the that we're putting up for auction for you?
No, well, no, because this one is very close to me.
Okay. Well, it's just right behind you.
Yeah. And
really, I don't think you've ever put that one up.
And this is the one that I use for the summer collection of my brand, which was this past summer 2022.
Okay.
So this was the blue colorway that I used. I even have I made lighters too that have like the same print and everything. So I've been using this painting for everything. Yeah, and
but
prints are good. Prints are good. You can sell prints.
I could.
We'll get it started. If you're into it. Some artists are like not about making prints. They just want originals only.
I'm not opposed to prints, but I don't know. I just haven't. I don't know. I'm just not too worried about prints.
Okay. So, so what are you putting up for the auction then? Are you putting up some of your fashion? Are you putting up some of your art?
3 paintings.
Okay.
One of them.
Do you have them?
I do. If you give me.
Sure, we'll give you. We'll talk to Miss Wilde in her construction hat and bunny ears. We're good.
My painting can keep you company.
Can we do a whole show with you next week just on that hat and bunny ears?
Just on the hat, like about I don't know if we have that much information about the hat and the bunny ears, but we can talk all about my Halloween.
David, why am I looking at you? There you go.
Oh.
So, but yeah, no, we definitely want to talk about like your hat and your bunny ears. That would be pretty cool.
For how long though? I feel like there's.
I mean, that's an hour show.
Is it an hour long?
Yeah,
Like,
that and you're under construction tape. So I think that's the hour show.
I like that one. That was costumes.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yay! All right, show us.
This is one of the ones. Hold on.
Here, let's just do this so people can enjoy it. Oh, that's beautiful.
There we go.
There we go.
So this is one of the ones that I have up for auction. It's titled "Not What You Think," because this is a brain.
Okay.
I don't know if you could tell it, but it's.
Was that a watermelon?
It's
watermelon pomegranate brain.
So that's why I put the hand here, just so people could connect, make the connection.
Very cool.
Most people would say could tell it was a brain, but some I did, but I also did kind of didn't want it to be obvious. You know what I mean? So yeah. What was that?
Abstract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you just want people to change their perspective. So yes, this one is up for auction, and it's one of the few paintings where I combine, my pattern with surrealism, like the one behind me. So I don't make a lot like these, like this one.
Okay.
Do you like?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that sprung to mind when I saw it was that it looked like a brain, but I made a comment last week about somebody's art, and that was completely different to what it was. So I thought, I'm not going to jump in and say it looks like a brain, but that's the first thing that I thought about.
Okay, I'm glad. That happens in art, but that's okay. That's the whole point. People.
Yeah, I mean, the painting, the blue painting behind you. I mean, I can see that as being tacos. I can see it as being burritos. As a cake. Yeah, all sorts of, and again, also a wonderful print. I'd love to have a suit with that on, with a little guy coming out of a pocket.
He has clothing with that on.
With this on, is that right?
Yeah. Are you selling any of your clothing at the auction or no?
I'm sorry. Let me go get it.
That's okay. Wait, we're going to go back to Miss Wilde and her hat. So let's discuss this hat. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, we should. It's an art piece in and of itself. It came to me, and it was just solely like a hat, and I added this little caution symbol.
Yeah.
Yeah. Art. Okay.
Do we have to be cautious of the hat or of you, Miss Wilde?
Both. Because it wasn't nearly like exciting enough. So what excites you. So to me, this hat excites me. In fact, you know what? I'll get my best to just and
she's going all out during the commercial breaks. It's awesome because every time Pato comes back, she's dressed differently.
Well, normally when we speak to Miss Wilde, she's putting the garbage out, so I don't know if it's going to happen again today.
And I have like the restricted area.
Oh, sure.
Only. So I like that joke too. I know.
All right.
I know nobody cares.
Back to our regular show.
Yeah, well, we care. We care. We care that you're a restricted area. We've been warning people against you for a long time.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Look at you.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. That is a TikTok clip right there if I've ever seen one.
Well, please put the bunny ears on and go TikTok on this one.
Ears make it a little less like intimidating, right?
There you go.
Where people aren't scared.
Well, or you could wear them as a moustache off a beard. Look even better. That's for our Australian viewers.
Yeah. Or New Zealand people that like sheep.
Just underneath it. Yeah. Oh, that's the one. Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
Eat your heart out. Yeah.
Y'all just make me look stupid.
This is art as it happens.
That's true. This is live art. There you go. Good thing we're not live. We're recording live.
Okay.
Yeah, well, people can fast forward now. You see,
there you go.
Yeah,
okay. And so, what is our next piece?
Well, we do have.
Oh wow! Oh, so this is an all-over print.
Yeah.
Yes. I wish I could show you. I mean, if I could show you everything that I made, like around this painting, because I used this colorway for the whole summer campaign. So I made a lot of different things with this pattern. And
You have
then
sneakers too.
What was that?
You had sneakers I saw at the event the other day.
I actually brought also
Nice. I like those.
so, like I hand painted these. So I made 2
And
paintings.
Pato, would you consider your sneakers? Because I mean, I have also have somebody in my particular circle who paints. She goes regularly to the thrift store and
Mhm.
and finds things, bits of clothing to paint. Did you paint the sneakers to wear, or do you consider them to be a piece of art, or are they a piece of art that you want to wear?
Piece
That's a
of art,
philosophy.
piece of art you want to wear. I'm
Okay.
a believer on shoes are meant to be worn, no matter how expensive or rare they are. That's what shoes are for.
Okay. So if I paid like $10,000, for instance, to buy your hand painted sneakers,
Mhm.
and I wore them, would you be upset?
No, no. Like, look at this. These are so already like worn. But that's the thing about my shoes. Like they last. Like the paint doesn't wear off. I even
How
painted.
does the look where it's worn down on the
Me
bottom?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because of construction, I think, Miss Wild.
Right. Well, into that,
There you
Yeah.
go. We've heard.
There you go.
I even painted my soccer cleats, and I played soccer with them all the time, and they still look good.
That's
You
right.
play
She's
soccer?
she football.
Right.
We play football. Yes.
Yeah.
We go outside the U.S. Our largest audience is outside the U.S.
Really?
Yeah.
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 So you can like get people to buy your stuff. So
Where is your largest audience?
Pluto.
Outside of the US.
Pluto.
Pluto. It's in Pluto. So it's a very good place. So
Yeah, it's a place in Europe called what they call Fairbekistan, they call it.
you make a left at Moscow and you keep on
Yeah,
going.
you just keep going until there's nothing, and that's where all our audience is.
So we're putting up 4 pieces. One's the artwork. Are we putting up sneakers or any fashion, or is everything just going to be artwork that we're putting up?
I think we should have signed copies of clothing. I mean, wow, come on, guys, that's a one-off.
I would. I mean, I don't know. I didn't. Well, I put 3 paintings.
Okay.
I did think about clothing and shoes, but I don't know. I just was. I don't know. I didn't think about it through like. I don't know. I just didn't, and I just didn't. I just decided not to go with putting up shoes and clothing. But I'm not opposed to it. It just I was. I wanted to auction more paintings than clothing because I'm still working on the clothing right now. Because right now I'm working on the winter collection, and also with shoes too. I just feel like.
But the burning question is it a Mexican winter clothing, which just means t-shirts, or is it something?
No, he had hoodies. I sold one of your hoodies before. That was cute. That guy really liked it too. Yeah, the winter collection would go off for sure.
Wait, you have hoodies and stuff? You need my personal opinion because I like hoodies, right? You should put up some hoodies because I'll buy some hoodies. What are you kidding?
I mean, I'm Mexican, but my brand is everywhere, so there's winter in other places.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
well, it's winter in Austin.
In England, for example, England, winter clothing in Mexico is summer clothing summer clothing in England. No, it's a lot colder over there. So over there, I can sell a lot more hoodies than I could in Mexico.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. Well, well, there you go. It's getting cold in Austin, it would seem. It's so cold. But look, this whole clothing thing. I have a soft spot for merch, and certainly for artist merch, because there is a lot of people, a lot of younger people, who they spend more of their times out and about than they do sitting at home staring at a wall with a nice piece of art on it. And it is something. It's social. It has some sort of social value as well. Look at this. I bought this. It didn't come from TJ Maxx, or it didn't come from other Target or wherever, at whatever big stores you guys buy your clothing from. So it's something that people like to talk about and like to share. And I always say as well, it's like this, but it's like a birthday party thing. You reach a stage at a birthday party and somebody says, "Oh yeah, that's a great looking sweatshirt. where did you buy that? And he said, well, I didn't. This guy made it for me. This guy's an artist. And so you have all this social value that you can share with other people, which you can't always do with art that goes on the wall. I think, I think
that there's like a whole art clothing movement happening in Austin. I feel like I'm definitely trying to like make that happen. I think
you can see,
it's I've always been super interested in fashion too. Pato, I went to fashion school for my first year and a half of college, and then I switched to marketing because I guess practicality won out. But like I'm sure I'm gonna circle back to that. And like I just think that definitely people are more likely to take home things they can wear, because they're like this is art that I bought that like I can wear. We have so many cool like art fashion designer like people in Austin that are just like kind of pulling those things together. I hope we have more of them on the podcast for sure. But so you were one of the first I encountered here doing that, and I was obsessed. I mean, I'm sure you remember me going, "Oh my god, I am so obsessed!" I'm like, bring your seat, bring your shirt, everything. Every time I had an art show, I was like, "We're putting it on the wall." Like I would pin his clothes on the wall, like and just put like a label next to it because that's how I felt about it. I was like, this is art.
But the great thing about it is that it's probably about one of the greenest ways to produce clothing as well, because a lot of this stuff is print on demand. So it's not not 100,000 of these things being produced and then most of it's been dumped in Chile in some desert somewhere where nobody can afford, because it's not being sold. And and it's made because you order it. And what the only downside of having all these wonderful prints is a lot of them are produced on polyester. But we've moved a lot further forward where a lot of the inks that get used are not so damaging to the environment, not so damaging to the people that are using it to produce the clothing.
I haven't really dove into that, but like, why is polyester so bad? I mean, I know it's plastic, but like, what?
Well, it's not. I mean, it's sweaty for one thing. So but the thing about the polyester is that it's.
You're like, I just because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's just uncomfortable to wear, but the thing about if you do any sort of if you're doing an all over print, there's not a lot of companies that offer the opportunity to do an all over print just on cotton. A lot of it's on predominantly polyester based product with some cotton added to it. We're getting there.
So I don't mean to take away from the polyester that all the old Jewish guys are still wearing down in Miami Beach that are 100 years old. Yeah. But there's, hello, darling, how are you? You'll take it home. But Pato has 3 other pieces to show us, and we're trying to convince him to show his T-shirts and sneakers in the auction as well. So let's look at the other 3 pieces.
Polyester the whole show.
Right. Instead of talking about polyester, and like you can show a hoodie, maybe you throw a hoodie in there. I'm just saying, like auction some stuff. So we've seen the brain, and there's no pinky, so we're okay with that. What's the other 2 pieces?
Before I show you the next painting, I want to say, speak on something David said, because I started painting not to make art. I started painting by painting shoes because my initial intention was to make a brand, a clothing brand. So I never intended really to be an artist. I just intended to be a fashion designer. But I started by painting, and I started by painting shoes. And I think that's the whole, well, not the whole point, but that's, I guess the experiment of my brand is how branding and brand value and brand perception intercepts in art and fashion. And so it does have the social value, because when they see the art, they're not gonna be thinking, in 20 years from now, they're gonna see the art. They're not gonna think just about the painting or just about the artist. They're gonna think about the whole brand, which is WEY. So they're gonna see this painting and they're gonna think, oh, that's the one from summer 22 that he talked about in the Two Old Farts Talking podcast or something, So I'm glad you caught on that, because that's like, well, that's branding and creating a brand is all about the social value of it.
Yeah,
And
totally.
your stuff has a lot of value and social value. And as David's point earlier, especially if you're going to do a fashion brand, which I kind of know stuff about that. The nice thing is that you have your artwork, so they can get A or B. But with you, it's like David said, it's wearing art, and you know, and that's, I think, is very cool. I don't like just the drab stuff. I like a lot of Psycho Bunny, just because their stuff is bright and it's loud and it's very cool, if you will, right? So I like that. So I like wearing, if you will, art instead of just like a polo button down with a little horsey on it.
Totally.
You know, I think it speaks to it. And at the event, I wore those bright yellow sneakers. That's wearable art. So I like that stuff. So I agree.
Way more wearable than like, you know, like couture, because you know, couture is that's art fashion. That's what it is.
To another level. And most people don't run around with $10,000 gowns and dresses. Most people can spend anywhere from $25 to $200 on shirts or jeans or sneakers, and they can wear it, and you can wear it every day or however you want to do it.
Yeah.
No, that's a little bit of my hobby horse, I must admit. So I'm sorry for going off on a polyester journey with you all, but I just think there's just so much art out there, and there are so many people who would love to feel that they're involved also with the artist, and the artist can do that by sometimes literally taking it off the wall and putting it onto a piece of clothing and sharing it, for considerably less amount of money. And it gives people the opportunity to talk about it, to experience it, to get excited about the art. But that's my point of view.
Yeah. Well, there's that. So there's so people do print, like you have you actually painted those shoes physically. I'm sure you could create them like if you wanted to, like on a bigger scale, like, and not custom paint them each time. But there are some people.
You can have shoes, print on demand shoes, sneakers.
Yeah, exactly.
David is a merch maven, just so you know. So.
I'd love to speak to David more, after the podcast.
Sure.
Yeah. But there's also like people who will like paint a jacket, which is so cool. I mean, like, nobody's gonna have that. Like,
well, we have a family member who does that, and as I said before, what she does is she originally she wanted to make art again to share with everybody her art, but she found very, very quickly she was painting leather shoes and originally, and then you have to find somebody who's size 7 who wants to buy them.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? So, she's now reached the stage where she thinks, okay, I'm going to paint this stuff, and I'm just going to put it out there. So, if it's a leather jacket, if it fits you, you can wear it. If it doesn't fit you, it's art. And she just goes around all the thrift stores and finds all this stuff, and her buzz is recycling it and painting it and making different stuff out of it. Handbags, she's done a lot. Leather jackets, she's done a lot. Well, hopefully we'll get some of that on the TikTok channel as well, and hopefully we'll get her on the show as soon as well. Dutch girl who's her English is getting there, so I think she's a little bit nervous to come and join us.
My English is getting there. She can be on the show. We're good. That's my first language. So going back to this, and we can circle back to the fashion, but I still want to see the other pieces of art. Unless we're going to put up the t-shirts and hoodies, then I want to talk about fashion all day. But since we're going to put up some artwork,
right?
Yep, I'll show you.
Okay.
Now we can show you. We're going to walk for this one.
Okay. Exercise. So you people listening on the podcast.
So this is the next one.
Very pretty.
Looks like a Mondrian.
Yep, but if you get closer, I try to combine. I literally titled it Mondrian and Pato or something, because I just try to. I mean, ever since I saw Mondrian style, I always thought that I could do something like this where I combine both styles, because I feel like part of my philosophy is kind of breaking up color and fracturing color. So that's what I wanted to do with Mondrian. And a lot of people.
It's amazing. We'll have nearly 100 years further, and people are still getting off on Mondrian.
Do get close up on that again, Pato. Like I want to. Let's see those colors. Though. Yes. Yeah. Let's move around.
They're really popping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing, because the Mondrian all the colors are really tight.
Right.
And these are all layered and textured.
Yeah. It's dope. I like it.
Thank you.
Very beautiful.
I haven't seen that one. How old is that one?
This one, probably like 8 or 7 months. I think I made it at the beginning of the summer.
Okay.
Well, I've made so many paintings now that it's hard to remember now when I made these. But this one, a lot of people really like this one. This is right, like you come into my apartment right here. A lot of people, this is the first one they see, and they're always like, "Whoa, like I really like that paint," or something. They comment on it, and I mean, it's Mondrian. They're like, who really doesn't like Mondrian? Well, it's me, but inspired by Mondrian, you know. But it's not really all my idea, you know. I just
That's okay. A derivative, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Wait a minute. Now, wait. Those are 2 paintings. The brain, the Mondrian. We've got 2 more. Is the one that going to be the man painting?
Yeah. I don't.
Or no?
Since I'm walking, I might as well show you my give you a little tour, because my apartment's like a gallery.
I see that. So, what are the 2 paintings are you going to take from the gallery?
Here, we have to go to my studio.
Oh, very cool.
Downstairs in my garage.
That's a good place to have a studio.
Yep. Come on.
Yeah.
This is why we like doing, and just the good thing is we don't edit our shows, so the people get to see what we get to see, because you know, expectations on our show are really low, hence the logo.
Here is, I have so many paintings down here. So this is the one.
Oh, I remember him. I like him. The smiley face guy. Yep.
Close in. I want to see those smileys and the smileys.
Those are awesome.
What does that mean to you, Pato?
What's that?
What does that mean to you? Like, tell me about your inspiration for that one.
I just wanted to give a psychedelic feeling. It's just an idea that I got, and I just thought about the intensity of, I guess, happiness or smiling or maybe euphoria. I don't know. Sometimes a lot of the times with paintings, you know, I don't have the meaning straight away. I just have the image and the emotion that I want to attach to the image. And sometimes that's hard to put into words, you know?
Yeah.
Because maybe with this one, because this one is so high energy, which is what I wanted to give. I wanted to use vibrant colors. I wanted to, you know, like, I wanted to give like an intense, euphoric kind of feeling. And I think everybody, you know, feels that in different ways. It's not always easy to verbalize. And this one will be in auction.
Very cool.
This one of the 3. This one has been in galleries here in Austin. And this is, and to continue about W.E.Y, I wanted to show this painting down here.
That's my favorite painting, by the way. That is my favorite painting.
Where's? Yeah, no, I mean, I love that one too. But did that other one sell with the girl in it and the cell phone?
No, that's upstairs. Well, we'll see.
Better put that one up too. I'm gonna do that. Okay.
But yeah, so this is like the idea. I want to use so you see it's the same shoes and the same shirt as I showed you upstairs. But like I want to make paintings that also serve as advertisements.
I want to see it again. Put it up somewhere so we can check it out. Yeah.
That is a beautiful. I've seen that one in person. That is actually a very beautiful painting.
And go in on the grass a little bit, like, because the grass is super cool. It looks like that. Yeah. Yeah.
It is very cool.
And this is a coupon right here.
Real QR code, by the way.
Yeah. So when this painting is in the MoMA, people are gonna go up to
and the QR code for
yeah,
sure.
and it'll still work. And over here, this is where I work.
Oh, very nice.
This is a sneak peek of one that I'm working on for a friend for an album cover.
Very nice.
So this is my little WEY studio. So yeah, those are the
paintings that are going to go up, and then it sounds like we're all trying to convince you to put up some clothing as well.
Yeah,
yeah, we will. Let's do it.
The girl with the cell phone. You gotta action that one. That one's my favorite.
Okay. Yeah, I'll show you. Wait, no, I don't know if I want to auction this one. I'll show you.
All right.
These right here.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite paintings.
Yes.
Very nice.
I just think it's so like, I don't know. It's just such a commentary. I love it. It's
all
like,
right. So you people that are watching this, if you want to buy that, even though he doesn't want to sell it, contact us here at Two Old Farts. We'll make us an offer. We'll get in touch with them and we'll see what we can do.
I am open to selling paintings, but let's start with these three. I have so many paintings, but we can put some paintings. I'll put
and we have so many fans, so it works out well.
Attached to their paintings, and everyone. I don't want to give it away. It's my soul.
Right.
Yeah. But
be famous now, not when you're dead.
We can put up a lot of clothing. We can put up some shirts and some crop tops.
Sure.
Hoodies.
I love the hoodies.
I'll send you some TikToks later. I'll make little videos about them.
All right, and then we'll post that. Not only we'll post it here on YouTube, and we'll also post it on our TikTok channel. Which
I'll post it. I've been trying to get into TikTok. TikTok didn't really hook me.
Right.
But I'm trying to get hooked. I wanted to hook me.
I watch TikTok, but it's like making the shift into like creating on TikTok is like, I guess.
Wait, let me tell you, we've been on TikTok for 3 days. And so today's the 28th of October, I'm sorry. And this show airs on the 10th of November. So in that amount of time, we've got like 50,000 people that have gone to our TikTok, and we've got videos up there of the lion dance, which is basically something from China. We've got egg cream making here in Austin at the Big Top. We've got some artists that put stuff up for us. And so it's not that difficult. We all algorithms and whatever, but we have, I guess, a commercial page. So we'll pay for advertising because we're like that. And especially as now we have all these artists coming on that are going to want to do their art with us. We want their auctions to go well. So we're going to actually start paying advertising. So our brand will get out there to help your brand. So there you go. That was our commercial during our own show. There you have it.
Appreciate it.
So, but yeah, we'd love to see more of your stuff. So whatever you want to put up, my friend, is all you. And
okay.
You don't have to, if you show us now, you can surprise everybody, because everybody, there's a link. David always does this. There's a link below, and you've got to look at the link.
There might be some things, but we can do clothing. But I wanted to show you this other painting.
Of course.
Well, really, I'm trying to show this because I really just met David, so really I'm just trying to show David more of this.
Oh, okay. Never mind, David. Apparently, we're not. Wild, and I don't need to be here anymore.
So I'm excited to show David because he's right here.
Everyone loves the guy with the British accent.
There you go.
So this is, so like this painting and the painting downstairs that of me wearing the whole outfit, they're all based around this blue painting. And this is actually a backpack. It's a backpack that you wear.
Oh wow!
Fashion show. That's right.
It's a backpack, so I can put. So I wore this at a fashion show where I was dressed exactly like this.
Oh my god!
Fashion show. What?
So yeah. So if you buy one of the paintings in the auction, they. Oh, you know what? I have an idea, Steve.
Okay.
We can include with the smiley face. We can include this.
There you go. You get a T-shirt, and you get the wearable art and the art. Now we're talking.
As long as you sign it with a permanent marker.
Yep.
I'll sign it. So even
you
even have the tag. It's the old WEY tag. This. So this shirt was one of the first ones that I ever made, actually, that I had printed like this. But I made it sign on like Photoshop and everything. I'm giving you like the whole tour.
We see that. Well, the nice thing is the fans that follow you on Instagram will be interested in this because they don't get to see everything. And the people that are just getting to know you will be interested because now they get to see everything. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, welcome to my little world.
That's a little world is where it all starts, my friend. No one starts in a big world.
Yeah.
So unless you're Mackenzie Scott, then you start in a big world. So very cool. I'm excited about this auction. So for people watching, we're going to start interviewing what we've done in the past with artists. But now we're going to let you be able to buy their stuff because everyone keeps saying to us, hey, we want to buy their stuff. How do we do it? So we're going to make it really simple. There's a link below. And David will have it there when this airs. And you click the link, and the auction will run a week long from the time we do this interview till the time you can buy it. And then everybody that wants to buy your stuff can buy your stuff. And if they want to reach out to you, you can contact us, and we'll forward them your stuff. They can leave comments or whatever they want to do. So we hope to have we've got about 10 or 12 of these auctions coming up. Some are actually going to be live, and some are going to be like this, where it's pre-recorded. That's all. That's it. I got nothing.
Yeah. Well, I'd just like to thank everybody for coming on today. Pato, you're a star in the making. We can see that. Miss Wilde, thank you so much for being with us today. I know
Say
it's
hello
like,
to Oscar for us.
Yeah, I know mornings are your best times. That's why we always like to speak to you. Stephen,
I'm getting more used to it. I don't know.
what, more used to me, or you more used to those early mornings?
Up in the morning and talking to people live on camera. Yeah, that's something I have.
Yeah, well,
everything to do.
It's you'll get used to it. That's what stardom. That's what stardom does to you.
Drink my drinks. You're gonna see me make my morning. I do like many beverages in the morning that just like drink different things. So this will be
okay. Okay. So
we've noticed that. We liked it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We should have. So we will eventually do a show called Miss Wilde's Morning Beverages.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm sure you'll find somebody to sponsor that for you. Stephen, as ever, thank you so much for being with us. I know you had some technical issues at the beginning, which we were all very grateful for.
I know you're all very happy you couldn't hear me, and now you get to hear me. Well, Pato, really, thank you. This was awesome. I'm glad we met you at the live auction. If you guys want, somewhere on our YouTube page, there's a 3-hour-long video. That's the live auction. We actually interview him there. Miss Wilde does her own little thing. That in itself should be its own video. And then we have the artist Gabriel, that he actually painted the whole painting in 3 hours, and it's gorgeous. So we have all of that on our channel somewhere, or as David likes to say, down there. So subscribe, like,
it's all down here, guys.
Yep, there you go.
All down from here.
And so the auction is going to be starting on November 10th. If you guys are listening to this on the podcast, because the podcast comes out a little earlier, on November 10th, the auction starts. It'll run until the 17th. Bid until your heart's content. Here's our up and coming, if you will, Tom Ford. So get his stuff now before you can't afford it. So there you go. Or you could do Peter Max, but he just makes pillowcases and art. So that's no big deal. So there you go.
Okay.
So guys,
thank you, everybody.
Stick around after.
Yeah, thank you all for spending some time with us today and watching the show. For everybody who's been on and watching the YouTube show, for the people who are listening to it on the podcast, I hope we put a smile on your face. That's what we try and do. Thank you, guests, and we'll be back very, very soon. Bye-bye.
Cheers.